What's good? It's your boy Carcino here. Let's talk about it. There's been so much going on. I mean, where could we start? Now, y'all keep asking questions and I answer them, and then people get mad that I bring that up. Welcome to my world. Now, let's get into it because I want everybody to understand what I'm talking about. DJ Academics, Joe Budden. They did a sit down interview or something a few weeks ago, and in my inbox, people are like, "So how you think? Like, what you think about it?" Now, like they getting back together type stuff. Like, yo, I think they finna get back together and do a podcast show again. They finna bring Everyday Struggle back. They gonna get Nadeska, but I think they should get Wayno. And I'm just like, look, man, let me be realistic with you, okay? They are not doing a goddamn thing. All right? Joe Budden and DJ Academics, and I want y'all to listen to this very clearly. They will never be the same. They will never have the same dynamic they had back in 2016 or 17, whatever the hell it was. They will never have that dynamic again. That can never happen ever again. And you know why? It's because the reason it was so successful is everyone knew their place and what they were supposed to be doing. Joe Budden knew what he was supposed to be doing. It was his show. He knew exactly how it was supposed to go down and what they were supposed to do. Academics was the perfect person for him to be able to exploit that with. That was the best dance partner he could have because he wouldn't be able to pull that Joe Budden crap with nobody else. They wouldn't have went for it. But academics who don't know anything about his hip hop don't know a damn thing about it. But to these young people, they believe him because he talks about these syrupy rappers that nobody in the industry really wanted to talk about. So because he interviews them and they give him his time or give time to them, and he's saying, this is the future. This is the new wave. And we're all saying, we don't care if it's the new wave. We don't like it. We ain't with it. So when we show we ain't with it, that's what it means. We ain't with it. Now, there ain't no problems with it. It's just that we ain't with it. Now, you're going to have people tell you, oh, well, see, that could go either way. That could be anybody that's going with the wave. No, I'm telling you, we ain't with it because we ain't with it. Now, for instance, let's take what's been happening around the globe so that the world would know. Academics at that time, like Joe, but Joe had notoriety. Nobody really knew who Academics was. They heard of the name or saw some things that said DJ Academics, but he wasn't showing his face at the time. So nobody really knew who he was. Nobody of interest. So he was just somebody that they had, basically being the co-host of this show. Now, while he's doing that, everyone else is looking at it from a different perspective. They're looking at it like, oh, look, Akademiks has got a show. These internet kids on there. So they're going to watch the show. Now, Joe, what he could do is literally belittle, and I mean belittle, this guy exactly straight up to his face. Okay? Straight to the face. Belittle him, call him every name in the book, and he just sit there and take it because he don't know anything. So he can't really challenge Joe Budden on anything. That's because you be listening to all these fuckity niggas on the internet. And he could do all that ranting and raving on the show. It's all an act. But what a great show, right? Then Akademiks throws a fake tantrum. Throws something down one week. It just gets ridiculous and repugnant. But the show can't go back to that. Because Akademiks, even though he was making money on YouTube, he was broke. He claimed he was a millionaire and all this stuff, but he was broke. And I mean broke by industry standards. Joe Budden, broke by industry standards. Okay? Broke. See, they don't tell people about broke by industry standards. They don't even know what that means. That means to the industry, you are bottom level. To you sitting at home right now listening, yeah, they might be rich to you. But they got rich. Oh, they got rich. Doing their little show, they got rich. Now, guess what? Guess what? Now that they've gotten rich, they can't go back to that dynamic. Because now Akademiks, who basically co-signed you not coming back to the show, and if you did come back, it would be Akademiks' show now. So all he did was take your show and try to make it his. And he couldn't hold the show down because he basically has no talent. He's a hack. So now you look at the situation and watch it grow even further, right? Well, you might want me to elaborate on that, right? Well, okay, I'll elaborate on it for you. I'll be your huckleberry. What I mean by that is that there's a major problem going on. What the... Oh, he's drilling something. The power dynamic. Akademiks believes he's just as big as Joe Budden, if not bigger. So he's not going to go for you talking to me any old kind of way. And now he's like, oh, this affected my brand. And Joe going to be, hey, this is how the show was successful. The way you want to do it now. So they couldn't go back to, you can't go back to the way it was. Because now people know who Akademiks is. You see how that worked? So now you have what we like to call the diamond effect. Everybody believes that they have a worth in this diamond. Everybody believes they have a piece or a stake in that diamond. But the problem is when they have the diamond effect is everyone seems to believe they have the majority share in the diamond. And that they are the ones that make the engine go. The diamond don't really care because it's there. It doesn't really move. It just shines. But when it actually comes down to who does what, it's like, all right, don't matter who does what in this situation, this is how it's going to turn out. And you're going to have people in there that's going to say, well, what do you mean about this diamond effect? The diamond is shining. The diamond is the show, the podcast, right? And everybody's going to want to know or want to say, I want my cut. I want my piece. Well, my thing is this: if you want your piece, it's like, okay, great, thank you. Somebody just hit me with a message. But my thing is, if you want that piece of that show, which is the diamond, and everybody thinks they are in control of that diamond, Joe Budden is very dominant. Academics, his confidence then got built up through the internet and everybody patting him, so he feels he's a boss. I'm Big Ack. Somebody probably said that to him, and he really believes that shit. So now you see how this is being ran now, right? You see that this guy is delusional, and this guy believes he's a boss. You can't do a show with him anymore, and it's going to be entertaining to the audience. They're not going to be entertained. They're going to say, oh, okay, they talked. That interview he did with Joe Budden was dry as a potato chip. Literally, it was dry as a potato chip. That's how bad it was. Now, they had a great dynamic, even though I hate academics. They had a great dynamic when they worked together. But they could never rekindle what they had before. That's lost. That's gone forever. Those two, it would not, they'll be stealing money. If anybody believes they can capture the gold they had before, no, 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 no. It won't happen. I can guarantee you that. It won't happen. I've come a long way from believing things were gonna be a certain way and get done or get fixed. I just given up on that nonsense because people say things are gonna work and then they change in the middle of doing things and you're not really with it, but then everybody's like, oh, you're the one that keeps you're the Scrooge that keeps holding everything back. So you just say F it. You know, you be like, man, F it. Y'all don't want to listen to me, then F it. It don't even matter. Go on here and do your own thing. I don't even want to hear it no more. Well, the whole world will definitely rejoice over situations uh, that we talk about. I gotta conduct some business right now. You messing with my mind. Yes, my first and last name. Both guys like and want to cater to each other's strengths, but there's a power dynamic there that those two can never sustain. Doing a long show, and it wouldn't be good if they did sustain because it wouldn't have that same edginess. It'd be guys trying to respectfully not step on each other's toes rather than make a good show for the people that are listening. So it falls at the wayside, and it's sad, but it's the business. And now you're stuck in this dynamic of what do we do from here? Now, I was one of the people that decided that this is wow. I was one of the people that had decided a while ago, like against really podcasting and not against it. It's just it's so oversaturated that you don't know what's a podcast, what isn't a podcast, what So my focus has never really been there. My focus has been on just making the great content for you guys right here on YouTube and doing my thing. People are trying to pull me in 67 different directions right now, offering me stuff some of it I don't even understand. I gotta get a translator to try to figure out what all this means. So anyway, while we're doing that, we're sitting back just wondering how it all makes sense. Now, again, this is the type of world we're living in today where everything is off perception. The whole show would start off with big numbers and then it would fall because Joe Budden and Akademiks are too big right now in their own minds to basically humble themselves to make a great show. Joe wouldn't want to step on Akademiks' toes. Akademiks wouldn't really want to tread on Joe's toes. And that's where they are right now. Joe had the people at the time. He had the fans. He's lost a lot of support based on what happened with Rory and Maul. So That's that. So hopefully everybody is clear on that. And it's your boy Carcino. I want to say God bless everyone out there. If I didn't say that already, bless every soul on this planet living, and hopefully everyone who has a mother, you're celebrating Mother's Day or with your family, and God bless all of them. And that's it. Be thankful. Make each day count. I'm out.